59, and this is going to be on classifying angles. And some of you had this, I think, last year, is classifying and measuring angles. And here's the ones you probably heard of. Acute is a cute little skinny one that is less than 90 degrees. It is so cute. Obtuse.
Oh, big that.
You know, I hate to say that. I don't want to say that. But it's greater than 90, but less than 180. Then a right angle, which that's the symbol, is always 90 degrees. Can you imagine if I had to have you guys write this every single day, all these notes, and then one person's always behind? Are you done, Joe? Joe, are you done writing that sentence? Joe, we're waiting for you. You know? Yeah. So this works better. All right. A straight angle is 180 degrees. This is kind of a new one. A reflex angle. Okay. A reflex angle is greater than 180 and less than 360. So this is as if this minute hand made a rotation all the way around past 180 degrees, and it kept going. It's in between 180 and 360. All right, let me see. Then it says the two rays of an angle separate a plane into three sets of points. What? All right, so the two rays of an angle separate a plane. Boys, let's settle down. Is two rays separates a plane into three sets of points. Points on the rays, which are the sides. So it separates it into points on the ray. Interior points, which are points in the plane between the two rays. So this is interior. And exterior points, which are that are not part of the angle, nor are they in the interior. So that would be exterior points. So a couple new words in there. And let's look at this first section. So use the diagram at the right to find the answers. Exterior, so they're looking at A, B, C. So I'm looking at A, B, C. Who can tell me the points that are on the exterior of ABC? So look at your...
Y, point C, and point
Yep,
U.
because if you look again at your example, the interior is on the inside of this angle. And so on the inside of ABC are in here. So your exterior are point Y, T, and U. So it's... I'll just read points Y, T, and U.
Mrs. What do you put on the interior?
What?
You put it on the interior.
Mala.
Because it already
So
has
A, B.
another one.
Oh, okay. I goofed. All right, so let me go ahead and points on the interior. So I'll just kind of put this. So which ones are on the interior of A, B, C?
Wait, DBC, points W and point V.
What?
Because it's DBC.
Elijah, don't get ahead of us. I need you to focus. Elijah, answer the question. Hold on a second. Name the interior points of, interior points of DBC. DBC.
Points W and V.
W and V. So W, V. All right. Name the points on A, B, D. A, B to D. A for what?
Point A, point B, point X, and point C.
Very good. So that's going to be point A, B, X, and D. Name the point that is on all angles. Elijah, what? The B. The B is on this angle, the B is on this angle, the B is on the big angle. So it is point B. Name the interior points of A, B, C. A, B, C. Maria, you want to tell me a couple? Okay, start over again. What? Say it louder. I can't hear you. Okay, hold on. Z, W, what? V, X and D. You include X and D. Okay. X and D. Name the exterior points to ABD. ABD. So here's my angle. Isn't that going to be all of them except the ones on the line and the Z? So it's all these others. It's X, T, U. Let's keep an eye at this angle so we can include the C, right? The what else? What else? There's two more. Yeah, because here's my angle. These are on the exterior of that. W and V. Name the interior points of A, B, C that are also exterior points of A, D, ABD. Okay. Name the interior points. So the interior points of A, B, C, put your bottle down, are all of these points. But they also want to know that are also exterior points of ABD. It's only two. No, I think it's three. I think it's two. WV. So here's my ABD. These are on the exterior, and they're also on the interior of ABC. So it is the WV. And then I need to go a little faster here. Alrighty, so you're going to name, and some of these we're going to work so you know how to write your symbols. So name a straight angle. If it's a straight angle, what kind of shape am I looking for? Ava, what?
Just a regular line.
A straight line. So is this a straight line here? Yes. So I can name it line. I'm going to name the two outer points, U, Z. So it's going to be line. Make sure you put your symbol, U, Z. Name two different obtuse angles. So two of them that are greater than 90. Can I start right here? What about the 60 and 40? What would that add up to be? So wouldn't that be an obtuse? So it would be T to S to U, correct? T to S to U. And I don't want to mark all this up. Or I could do it with a pencil and erase it.
That's a V.
What did I say? Oh, sorry. It's a V. So this is going to be angle. One of them is TSV. And another, how about we go over here? So 70 and 20 is 90. That's a right angle. But what about 70, 20, and 40? Would that be 130? Is that going to be an obtuse angle?
Yes.
So that would start from W, go to S, and then what would be my third letter? Z. WSZ. So angle WSZ. Name a right angle. We just saw it. Where's your right angle? It adds up to what?
X.
Didn't we just say these two added up to 90? So what's that angle? XSZ.
Could it also be XSU?
XSU. I don't know what this angle is.
It's 10.
Oh, it's 10. Yes, it could be. We're just going to name this one right now. Name two different acute angles. Well, that's simple. This is acute, and this is acute. So let's name the same ones. So XSY is one of them. XSY. And another one is the XSW. All right. When you're doing, I should have had a different. All right. When you're doing this, if it's asking you, in fact, I'll do the AOB. So A is here, O is here, B. So they want this angle right here. And so you start from, there's 2 rows. You always start from, like this starts at 180. I don't want that one. I start from the 0. And I'm going to count up 0, 10, 20, 30. It's in between the 30 and the 40. So what do you think it is? 35. And that seems reasonable because it's a small one. So that is 35. Then let's name G. I'll do dog. Okay. So let's do the dog. So it's D. Oh, this one's easy. Okay, hold on a second. D, O, G. I can kind of tell, but I'm going to start at the 0 and then go around until I get to that Z. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. What is it? 90. It is a 90 degree. Okay. You guys will... Oh, no, there's one you can't do. Okay. All right. Then if I want to name BOE, you'll do all the others. BOE. I'm naming from here to here. How do I do that? So if I'm naming angle BOE, you can do it 2 different ways. So I'm going to go to E. What's the top number on E? 60. Go over to the B. What's the top number on the B? 145. So you subtract 145 minus the top number over here. And so that's going to be, is that 8? 85. Now, this is using the top, but I could also use the bottom numbers. So look at the E. What's the bottom number on the E? 120. Go to the bottom number on the B. It's in between 40 and 30. 35. So then I could take 120 minus the 35, and I have to borrow. That's going to be 5, and that is going to be, they should be the same. Did I subtract wrong? 120 minus 35, that'd be 7. Oh, it's 85. Okay. It is 85. Okay. So that one is 85. Or, listen carefully, or if they're right on this certain number, I could go ahead and count. I'm going to go the one that's increasing. I could start here and go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and right in between is 5 more, 85. So no matter how I do it, this BOE is 85. And put your degree sign, and you guys can do these. No. All right. Go down to these here. Let's see what you need to do. All right. So it says estimate. Well, I don't know if you're ready for estimation. Yes, you are. Okay. It says estimate. And in fact, let's see how they're estimating. So make sure you're focused on what I'm doing here. So if I'm estimating, I know that a right angle looks like that. Well, what is a right angle? How many degrees is a right angle? It's 90. So I know this is a little bit more. So they're saying, okay, 90 plus maybe 10 is about 100. And by the way, is that going to be acute, a right, or obtuse? Obtuse. So that's how they got that. But then they actually measured it. And this is kind of hard to do on this paper, but okay, we'll do the best we can. Extend maybe one of these lines here. Okay, so what you do is you take your protractor and you take this where the vertex, the little circle, and I'm going to put it right at the vertex of that angle. And then This side right here, I'm going to line up. Well, in fact, maybe I should make this a little bit longer too. Okay, so I've made it a little bit longer because then I'm going to line up this line right here with that baseline. So I don't want it crooked. Like here, it's crooked. I'm going to swing it up a little bit, swing it up, and now it's okay. And then I'm going to go over. So this is on the right side. I'm going to go over to the right, and I'm going to use, who knows which column I'm going to use. Am I going to use the one that goes 10, 20, 30? Or am I going to use the one that's 180, 170, 160? Yeah, you go in increasing numbers. So I'm going to start, this is actually a 0. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, about, it would have, if I kept going, it's about 110 right here. So I'm using the bottom numbers, so that's about 110. That's how they got that. Then this one, estimate that. This is easy. That's about what? That's about 90 degrees. And what kind of angle would that be? That's a right angle. And I don't even think we need to do that one. So if I lay this down and I swing this line to match my ray, does it go straight up to 90?
Yes.
If it kept going, yes, that's 90. So when you do this, you should know that both of these are what kind of angles? They're acute. So I'm going to put that right here. I know they're acute. And if they're acute, my numbers, I'm not so worried about your estimate, but acute, for sure, I want you to try to get the actual. This is acute. So I know they have to be below 90 degrees. This one looks like it's a what kind of angle? Straight. Isn't that a straight angle? So this one is straight. And so if it's a straight angle, we already know how many degrees. How many degrees is a straight angle? 180. So I'm going to say you don't have to estimate. Just actually go ahead and do it. So you'll have to, again, you might have to draw these lines a little longer. And so somebody tell me what they get on this one.
45 degrees? For which one? Wait, which one?
The number 34.
Oh, okay. 50 degrees. 45.
You're way off if you're saying 45. So this line down here has to be lined up with this. I'm going over to the lower numbers, which is on the bottom row here in this case. It's 10, 20, 30, 40. It's about what?
50.
It's about 50. If this kept going, it would hit about 50. And we're going to get more precise on Friday when we do this.
So no more estimating?
You don't have to estimate. Let's just go ahead and actually do them. So again, you'll have to extend those. You will have to measure on those. You can even take the protractor home. So you'll have to do that. You'll have to measure this one. And that's done. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. Let's see. Use a protractor to find the measure of each reflex angle. Oh, okay. It says subtract the measure of the angle that is not reflex from 360. Well, you could do that, I guess. Okay, because if I go in, what they're saying is, if I go in a complete circle, how many degrees is a complete circle? 360. So this is almost a complete circle. So let me go ahead and measure. I'll do the example and you guys are going to do the other two. So I already know they're going to be reflex because they're going to be over 180 degrees. So let's look at this one. So I'm measuring the part that is not part of the angle right here. So I'm going to, because this is a tiny picture, I'm going to extend my lines a little bit. I'm going to extend that here. I'm going to extend this here. Okay, so 50 is way off. So let's go ahead, extend your lines.
I was on number
No,
58.
yeah, don't. I'm not going to do those.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to do the example. So I'm going to put my right at the vertex. I'm going to line this line up of the protractor with the line of that side. Okay. And then, as best I can, then I'm going to go over here. So I moved it, so it's not going to be right.
Yeah, I've got 53.
So this is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And yeah, I'm going to go with the example. It looks like 61, 2, it's 62 or 63. So, and they're saying it's 63, but this whole thing is not 63. The whole entire thing is 360, and you'd have to subtract 63, which would be 300 to 97. Okay. So your job is to do this one, the minute hand of a clock. When it rotates, it goes around. The minute hand is the shorter one. It moves 360 degree every hour. No, that's not the minute hand. No. The middle hand is the longer one. Yeah, that tells us the hour. This is the minute hand, the longer one. It goes around every 360 degrees every hour. They don't even have an example here, but I could do. Through how many degrees does the minute hand rotate every 5 minutes? How many degrees does the minute hand rotate every 5 minutes? Well, I'm pretty sure. How would I do that? I think there's 2 ways I can do it. How many minutes does it say?
5 minutes.
5. So I'm going to start it like this. I'm going to see if I can find some room somewhere because we're not going to use too much paper. So I'm going to say it's 5 minutes out of 60 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to use ratio and proportion. And then how many minutes is a complete rotation? So this here is my minutes out of my total minutes. And over here is going to be my total degrees over my part degree. Okay. Because this is part of that total. This is part of that. Can I reduce the 5 over 60?
Yes.
To what? 1 over 12. So I'll just do it on top of the problem. So 1 over 12 is equal, I might need paper, is equal to the degree over 360. We might need it. Yeah, you might. Because I don't have room. Well, I think we can do this on our head. So let's go across. I think most of these you're going to be able to go across if you reduce. 12, listen carefully, and because you have to show me your work. 12 times what will give me 36?
3.
Times 3 with an extra what?
0.
So it's going to be 12 times 30 is 360. So 1 times 30 is what?
30.
So my 5 minutes is 30 degrees. So the degrees is, so it rotates 30. In fact, and I can show you, if I take, isn't from 12 to 5 minutes? So that's 30 degrees. And let's see how many of those 5 minutes I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 30 would be my 360, would be my total. So that does work out. And let's see how many minutes here. Between 12:20 and 12:45, how many degrees does the minute hand rotate? So what do you have to do with this first? You have to subtract to see how many minutes that is. How many minutes is that?
25.
It's 25. So show me the work. You could do it right over this. 25 minutes over a total of how many minutes in an hour? Over 60. Equals on this side is my degree side. What do I put on the bottom? 360. And I'm looking for the degrees. Can I, oh, this one I actually, doesn't 6 go into 36? So I don't have to reduce this at all, I don't think. So 60 times what will give me 360? 6. This times 6. That doesn't seem right though. What is that? Oh, no, it is right. Okay. So what's 6 quarters? How much money? 150. So it's 150 degrees. Okay. And this should make sense because that was 25 minutes. This was 5. 5 times this 30 is the 150. So it does come out. But I want you to know how to do it this way. So you guys are going to do the other 2 right here. And I think we're going to, I don't think we're going to do these right now because we're going to have a measuring project, not tomorrow, but on Friday. So you just have to finish up those and the back of the worksheet from yesterday. You can get started.